We have a special guest in the studio. You may have noticed, Danny Franzese.
Hey!
Amazing. You know, for Mean Girls, HBO's looking. You do everything, though.
I do a lot of things.
Musical theater you started in.
Sure.
Acting.
Yes.
Now stand-up.
Right. All kind of the same thing. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah. Is that how you look at it? Is it
I guess. I mean, there's no other way to really do it. I do the spectrum of performance, but it's because it's just different mediums, same art.
Is there one you like better, or is it more like what mood you're in?
I don't know. They say like film makes you famous, TV makes you rich, and theater makes you good.
Is that what's happening?
So I love TV. No.
That's great. So do you find more fulfillment? Tell me a little bit about
I'm actually really enjoying stand-up right now.
Yeah, how is that going?
I came out in 2014, which is like a big shocker. Like, gay guy from Mean Girls was gay, but like it was a shocker. Like, and for people, because not saying something's not the same as saying something. And I've studied stand-up since I'm young. Like I knew everybody's set when I was 15, and I just feel like I never felt like I could speak authentically. And now that I'm there, I don't shut up.
Yeah, Grace is a stand-up.
Yeah, I moved to Los Angeles to do stand-up, and I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to like finding out your authentic voice. And as soon as I came out, I had kind of a similar experience where I felt like I had so much to say, and I really wanted to share my experience. And stand-up is a great forum for that.
And a lot of my comedy isn't really even about that. It's just like weird. It's weird that I felt that I couldn't. I don't know if I was afraid to sound gay or I don't even know what I was afraid of.
Right.
But it's a scary thing, stand up, period.
Just being on stage.
So if you don't want to do it, I mean,
there's no backup. Like there's no one to like help you out and throw you a line being like, did you mean this? It's just you.
Yeah,
and so you gotta really know yourself.
Did you have like a breakthrough when you were like, this is one bit that I'm doing that is the most me? Like, oh, I have a voice, I'm not just kind of doing versions of other things.
I didn't really know that this was there for me. And I think like when I first started the tour, I kind of started it before I had like, kind of enough material to do a whole tour by myself. But then once I got on stage and it started happening, I'm like, I can't believe it. Like we had I started doing colleges and I went to one college and they're like, we're expecting about 100 students and 450 showed up. And I'm just like, this is here for me. Like it was just such an awesome time. And they were like dressing up like me with like, crazy things. I don't know, it was just really fun.
So tell us a little bit about the tour.
Well, it's called Yes, You're Amazing, because everyone in LA is amazing, and we should go to brunch because avocado toast is amazing. And did you see the movie It? Because it is amazing. Like everything's not amazing, but I think my audience is amazing because my audience is usually filled with creative people and and moms, Italian moms, and like queer kids, and like it's just amazing to get everybody in one room together. I think my audience really unifies people. I think that when you're sitting there and you're listening to some of the things I'm talking about, I think the Italian mom fan kind of audiences that I have, they're like, whoa, I didn't realize that about queer people. And then I think the queer people are like, oh, like I didn't realize this about him. And it's it's just like an interesting dichotomy to be able to play with.
Yeah, you said the Italian mom thing. You said that you worked with Judith, our producer.
I worked with Judith, your producer, yes, on Ish Italian Mom Say on YouTube.
Yes, you did.
Spelled differently. And she plays Donna, Italian mom's best friend. Donna, I'm gonna die over here.
That's awesome.
How did you start doing that? Like, why did you?
That whole like Ish people say kind of meme that was going on. Nobody was doing Italians, and it was getting really frustrating. And my friend Michelle and I were hanging out, and she was like, you could come over, but I don't have anything to offer you, not even a piece of cake. And we laughed for like 30 minutes over that. And I was like, there's 100 of those. I should really be doing one of these. And the next thing I know, I was at Ross, like, I'm buying my mom birthday presents and like trying on dresses in the waiting room. And we just did it.
So before you started all of this, so you were a bouncer, am I right about that?
Yeah, I was a bouncer in New York on the weekends, and I was a mover during the day, a commercial mover for Morgan Stanley. So it's like, I have all kinds of weird sleeping
Do you have crazy
patterns.
Bouncer stories?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I've kind of thrown a lot of people out. The thing about bouncing that people is a big misunderstanding is we're there to diffuse I still talk like I did it. I haven't done it for like a million years. We were there to diffuse the fight. We're not there to like escalate it or beat people up, but I've had to get in a few fist fights.
Really? What happened? Tell.
I'm an actor, first of all, so like I used to have like a chin strap beard, like
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. And I would wear like my hat backwards. I thought it was like a low key Fred Durst.
It was a fitted.
It was a red fitted Yankee hat. And it'd be like, I would just be like, yo, you can't break. Like I would get like all like angry, like scare people. Yeah, because it's intimidation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all.
Or I would like, find weed on somebody, you know what I mean? And you'd be like, yo, you could go take this outside, and you go smoke it outside, and you could go put this in your car, or I could hold it. And you can go inside. It was a little bit like that.
Okay, so this past weekend was Pride. Were you at Pride?
I did stand up on the main stage at Pride.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what has been your experience with Pride? For me, it's like I look forward to it like Gay Christmas every year, and it was something that I shunned when I initially came out because I had a lot of internalized homophobia, but I've evolved, and so has Pride. So
I used to call it Gay Hide. How horrible is that? Because I would feel nervous, again, the internalized homophobia, you know? But so much has happened in our country and in the world. When it started with marriage equality and Prop 8 and like really got me like fired up about being queer and being here and everyone else getting used to it, you know? Like it got to that point where I just started to like, and then Pulse, like all these amazing, like these intense things that have happened in our community where it's so important to show up and show off and show out. And that's why I think that, Pride has become a new, it's a resist march. It's a reason to be there and be loud and just be around your community. So I really love it now. It's become a whole new thing for me.
Yeah.
That's so great. We covered on this, we talked about you getting bullied on the set of Bully, coming out and telling people about it, and then it kind of resolving itself. I mean, what was that experience like to have it kind of play out later and in such a high profile situation?
I just think in general, I mean, I didn't mean for it to be such a big thing, and especially since it's like low-key water under the bridge between Bijou and I just felt that it was more about this happens in Hollywood. This happens all the time. I've been on movie sets where I've heard, directors using like, the gay slurs and like, or I've heard things happening and I just had to be cool with it, And the point was it started when I was very young with my first movie. Like it wasn't about necessarily that experience because I had overcame that a long time ago and had dealt with that and had grown from that already. But it's more just about these experiences are happening to the new kid that's like, 19 years old and like starting his first thing or her first thing or whatever. And so I just wanted to shed a little light on that. I wish it didn't get as loud as it did when it happened because I don't know, it kind of gives me a little bit of the nashies.
Yeah.
When it's like anything negative. I don't like putting negative things out into the world. I like creating art and unifying people, and forgiveness is a big thing for me. So like all of that specific incident, I don't think like shaped me, but there's so many things like that I've experienced, even on the daily. Just small little pieces of like discrimination or just, obvious oversights from people, and just trying to bring a little light on the fact that, especially when someone's young and new, to treat them with respect.
Do you think it's gotten better or has it stayed the same? Do you think all of this awareness people are bringing toward this kind of activity on set has changed?
I don't know. You'll have to ask somebody who's new and queer and dealing with like certain issues. I'm so confident at this point, and people know not to mess with me now.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, because like, don't come for me unless I call for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, so people send you things?
Yeah.
People send you gifts?
yeah, I get like fan art and stuff all the time. I brought some because I do conventions. I do like RuPaul's Drag Con and at my shows and stuff, and I get like the most amazing fan art. This an artist named Josh Tadeo made, and this is like the cast of Looking made in Legos, and he did it himself. And this one's me right here, and they all have our real faces like printed on them. I have a little crochet Damien.
Oh my
that
God.
somebody made. I know,
That
he's like
is
so
phenomenal.
cute, down to like the red sneakers, which I can't even like deal with.
That is so
And then somebody else made me like this awesome needlepoint made by Chelsea. The girl who gave me this. The girl who gave me Chelsea Resnick made this. She's a fan of mine, and she met me on a Wednesday wearing pink and ordered cheese fries when she gave it to me.
Like, meant to be, right.
And so I always feel so like, not guilty, but I just feel like a little weird that I haven't had anything to, give back. So I worked with the Crafty Lumberjacks, who are this awesome gay couple that do all kinds of crafts, these little crafty lumberjack guys. And we made this little matchbox art that on this side says to get a function, and on this side it says you go blank Coco. So I would give it to you and write you go Grace Coco and sign it. And then when you pull this out here, it's the little she doesn't even go here meme in a little 3D diorama.
Oh my God, that's
So
amazing.
these are handmade by the Crafty Lumberjacks, and I don't sell these. I give these out to people who bring me fan art so I can give a little piece of art back into the world.